Welcome back everybody to Dr. Scott's Maths Made Simple. I'd just like you to watch a Belgian Shepherd chewing away on a wooden bone. She's having a great old time. Apologies for the delay in this getting this to you. There was a virus moratorium, as you know. That makes no sense whatsoever, but if it sounds good, I'll use it. Today I'm talking about weights and measurements. Very basic, very simple. I've drawn a line here on the board. It's 10 centimetres long. So, if we made it into a box, for example, if I measured up 10 centimetres like so, like thus, and I did the same here, like so, and we make a box. So we've got a square, that's 10 centimetres by 10 by 10 by 10. So each side is 10 centimetres. And what if I then made it go 10 centimetres back, like that? So it was a solid cube. You with me? That's good. Something like that, just roughly. So that's actually 10 centimetres back too. And that's 10, and that's 10, and that's 10. Everything's 10. And if you could see through the box, if it was made of glass, you'd be able to see a side going in there, like that, and the side coming down like that, and going across like that. So here we have a cube that's 10 by 10 by 10 centimetres. Now, if we had a glass box that measured 10 by 10 by 10 centimetres, and we filled it with water, that would be a litre of water. So that is the definition of a litre. A litre fills a box or a cube 10 by 10 by 10 centimetres. That's the definition of a litre. The volume of this cube will be 10 by 10 by 10 cubic centimetres, which equals 1,000 cubic centimetres. And if you fill it with water, that equals 1 litre of water. So 1,000 cubic centimetres equals a litre. The funny thing about 1 litre of water, so this is 1 litre in here, 1L. 1 litre of water, you know how much that weighs? Well, 1 litre of water weighs 1 kilogram. So that's the definition of a kilogram. It's a litre of water. That's exactly 1 kilogram. That's how we get a kilogram. And you know 1 kilogram equals 1,000 mils. Just look at any soft drink bottle. 1,000 mils is a litre, which is a kilogram of liquid. One of these little squares, if we did a tiny little square like that, 1 by 1 by 1 centimetre, all around, one of these little squares, that's a mil or a milliliter of water. And a milliliter of water weighs 1 gram. So 1 milliliter equals 1 gram in weight, because you know a kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So there are 1,000 grams in here, which equals a kilogram, which equals a litre in volume. So it's all interconnected. So that's a litre of water, and we start with centimetres, 10 by 10 by 10. And that gives us our litre, which is a kilogram, which is 1,000 grams. And there are 1,000 of these tiny little boxes in there because it's 10 by 10 by 10. That equals 1,000, and each of them is a gram. So 1 mil of water weighs 1 gram. So if we had a much bigger box that was, say, say we had a massive box and it was, I don't know, just pretend that's a meter. That's 1 meter. Just pretend. So that was 1 meter, which equals 100 centimeters, going all the way up to there. That's 1 meter. If we made a box that size, and each side was 1 meter, so that's 1 meter, that's 1 meter, that's 1 meter, etc., etc. That's 1 meter going backwards. You can see that we would have a cubic meter. So how many litres in a cubic meter? Well, because 10 centimetres goes 10 times, each of these would be our original litre that I was talking about. 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, 10 of them along there. So 1 cubic metre will equal 1,000 litres, which will weigh 1,000 kilograms. So you can see it's all related. And I suppose I could say to you, if I weren't to be silly, that there are 10 millimeters, which are tiny, in 1 centimeter. So how many cubic millimeters are there in a cubic meter? Well, there are 1,000 millimeters there, and 1,000 there, and 1,000 there. So there'd be 1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000, which equals 1 by 10 to the 9th, which is 1 billion. So if you want to know what a billion looks like, it's how many cubic millimeters in a cubic meter. And the Earth has about 7 billion people. So if you had 7 cubic meters and each cubic millimeter was represented by a person, that's how many people are on the planet. All right, I think we can stop measurements there. But the point I was trying to make is kilograms and litres and centimetres and metres, they're all related. The old 10 by 10 centimetre box that I showed you originally, 10 centimetres on all sides, that equals 1 litre, which equals 1 kilogram. Now don't forget, there's an ant in Borneo that, to protect its nest, they're soldier ants. The soldier ants blow their heads up to injure other invading ants. Quite the sacrifice, I think. We'll stop there, and next time I'll be talking about parabolas, which a young viewer has requested that I do parabolas. So we'll do that next time. Thank you for listening, and like and subscribe if you wish. Good night.